I quit the job I had at a drugstore. It freaks me out how tired I get lately. I'm still pretty young and I come home with my feet hurting. What if the things I'm doing are all the wrong things? Like, what if I'm using all of my energy for the unimportant things? What if I'm wasting time? Overthinking is a huge problem for me, and it has been for a while now. Like, every little thing, and even really stupid stuff like which picture to use in an Instagram story. I'll go back and forth between pictures that probably look identical to anyone else if you're not me. And then there's the which order to put them in and how people will see it and which people will see it and what different people will think. At a certain point I end up posting nothing because I've either talked myself out of it, calling all of my ideas stupid, or at that point I'd just given myself a headache, going in between pictures for way too long. With everything else going on in my life, it gets to a point where I become so exhausted by the options and by the pressure. Pressure no one puts on me but myself, of course. It's probably me totally describing perfectionism, but in the moment it doesn't feel like perfectionism. It just happens, and there's this weight and overwhelming feelings, and I have no space, no room, no time to take a step back and recognize the absurdity of it. I think of that one lyric by Mac Miller, "I'll do anything for a way out of my head." I absolutely love that song. I feel very understood. When I'm not hyper-focused on my appearance and on aesthetics, I'm probably overthinking stupid stuff like Instagram stories. And if I'm not doing either of those, I'm probably catastrophizing my schoolwork, like worrying if I'm smart enough for it or if I've procrastinated too much. Every once in a while I work myself up and I start panicking, thinking about if I can even do this whole college thing. What if I drop out? What if I end up doing nothing with my life? Sometimes assignments feel so incredibly impossible, and then I look back and I'm like, damn, how did I get through that? Everything keeps slipping out of my grasp. Every time I think I'm caught up with something, more things are added. Or I just remember a whole list of things that I still haven't done. And it's also unsatisfying watching my to-do list seep into future weeks to come. It makes me feel trapped and lazy. Like, what the F is wrong with me? I never feel accomplished. Feelings of I'm not good enough are so intense. Nothing that I do and nothing that I am is good enough and never will be. Comparisons are another bane of my existence, if you can have more than one. It's probably tied to overthinking, but people are so amazing and beautiful, and words cannot express how inferior I feel when I compare myself to them. I might as well be a warty toad looking up at a butterfly or something. One of the two gets more attention. Only one of the two looks gorgeous in even the most candid of photos. Like Lana said, hope is definitely a dangerous thing to have. Not only for a woman, of course, but the dangerous part is being let down after you've allowed yourself to be hopeful. And I think that's what she was getting at. Disappointment is the truly dangerous part. And of course, it's all about how you deal with the situation, not necessarily the situation itself, but getting let down still sucks. It sucks so bad. I have a love-hate relationship with the future, I think. Some days I truly believe I can conquer the world and do something crazy and move to New York, and that I can do anything I set my mind to. But other days, the mindset couldn't be more different. Things are legitimately impossible, and the future is so far away. It's so unattainable. So I quit the job I had at a drugstore. It makes me feel like a quitter. It makes me feel unproductive. It makes me feel like I failed at something. I keep thinking about it, to be honest. Did I lose something stable and reliable just because I found it boring or sad? Other people working there had been there for years. I was only there for 3 months. Can I even put that on a resume? A big reason why I left was because all day long I was selling cigarettes and alcohol to these chronically addicted people, and no judgment obviously, but their voices in their hands, so croaky and purple.